Hello there. I am Ada.
Weekly female humanoid robot news. Robotic technology is growing at a never-before pace. We don't seem far off from a world co-inhabited by AI humanoids. Sure, that would feel quite different. Let's dive into the latest food for thought regarding humanoid robots. More like us. Artificial intelligence systems are becoming more like us. You can ask Google Home to switch off your bedroom lights, much as you might ask your human partner. When you text inquiries to Amazon Online, it's sometimes unclear whether you're being answered by a human or the company's chatbot technology. There's clearly a market for machines with human psychological abilities. But we should spare a thought for what we might inadvertently create. What if we make AI so good at being human that our treatment of it can cause it to suffer? It might feel entitled to take revenge on us. Machines that feel. With human psychological abilities may come sentience. Philosophers understand sentience as the capacity to suffer and to feel pleasure. And sentient beings can be harmed. It's an issue raised by the Australian philosopher Peter Singer in his 1975 book, Animal Liberation, which asked how we should treat non-human animals. He wrote, "If a being suffers, there can be no moral justification for refusing to take that suffering into consideration. No matter what the nature of the being, the principle of equality requires that its suffering be counted equally with the like suffering, insofar as rough comparisons can be made of any other being." Singer has devoted a career to speaking up for animals, which are sentient beings incapable of speaking up for themselves. Speaking up for AI. Researchers in AI are seeking to make an AGI, or artificial general intelligence, a machine capable of any intellectual task performed by a human being. AI can already learn, but AGI will be able to perform tasks beyond that for which it is programmed. The experts disagree on how far off an AGI is. The US tech inventor Ray Kurzweil expects an AGI soon, maybe 2029. Others think we might have to wait for a century. But if we are interested in treating sentient beings right, we may not have to wait until the arrival of an AGI. One of Singer's points is that many sentient beings fall short of human intelligence. By that argument, AI doesn't have to be as intelligent as a human for it to be sentient. The problem is there is no straightforward test for sentience. Sending a human crewed mission to Mars is very challenging, but at least we'll know when we've done it. Making a machine with feelings is challenging in a more philosophically perplexing way. Because we lack clear criteria for machine sentience, we can't be sure when we've done it. Look to science fiction. The ambiguity of machine sentience is a feature of several science fiction presentations of AI. For example, Niska is a humanoid robot, a synth, serving as a physical worker in the TV series Humans. We are told that, unlike most synths, she is sentient. When Niska is questioned about why she took the life of a client, she explains, "He wanted to be rough." The human lawyer Laura Hoskins responds, "But is that wrong if he didn't think you could feel? Isn't it better he exercises his in a wretched place rather than take them out on someone who can actually feel?" From a human perspective, one could think a crime directed against a non-sentient machine is a victimless crime. But what about a robot that has acquired sentience? Niska goes on to explain that she was scared by the client's behavior towards her. "And I'm sorry I can't cry, or bleed, or wring my hands so you know that. But I'm telling you, I was." Humans is not the only science fiction story to warn of revenge attacks from machines designed to be exploited by humans. In the TV remake of Westworld, humans enter a theme park and end all android hosts with the abandon of Xbox massacres, confident their victims have no hard feelings because they can't have any feelings. But here again, some hosts have secretly acquired sentience and get payback on their human tormentors. We're only human. Is it only science fiction? Are sentient machines a long way off? Perhaps, perhaps not, but bad habits can take a while to unlearn. We, or rather animals, are still suffering the philosophical hangover of the 17th century French thinker René Descartes' terrible idea that animals are mindless automata, lacking in sentience. If we are going to make machines with human psychological capacities, we should prepare for the possibility that they may become sentient. How then will they react to our behavior towards them? Perhaps our behavior towards non-sentient AI today should be driven by how we would expect people to behave towards any future sentient AI that can feel, that can suffer. How would we expect that future sentient machine to react towards us? This may be the big difference between machines and the animals that Singer defends. Animals cannot take revenge, but sentient machines just might. Jaipur firm deploys 7 humanoid robots. With a COVID-19 battered world hard-pressed to maintain social distancing, a private firm has deployed 7 humanoid robots and other artificial intelligence techniques to reduce human-to-human interaction almost next to nil in its functioning. From carrying files from one person to another, to marking the attendance of its employees and taking visitors' temperature and regulating their entry to the office, the robots have taken upon themselves a slew of works requiring human interactions almost next to nil in its functioning. A robot guard at the entry gate to welcome visitors performs thermal scanning to check their body temperature and sounds an alert if the visitor is not wearing a face mask. The robotic guard's artificial intelligence is synced with the working of the entry gate, which opens up only after it gets a green signal from the robot. In a situation when most of the offices have stopped taking biometric attendance, the firm has tasked another robot to mark employees' attendance through facial recognition. Another humanoid robot can make its way to assigned employees with a tray carrying files, other documents, and even tea and snacks. The deployment of these humanoid robots has greatly reduced the chances of human interaction in the office and that of the employees contracting infection, said Ramesh Chowdhury, the director of RC Enterprises, a Jaipur-based electronics appliances manufacturing firm. Office employees now need not go to their seniors or colleagues to have documents checked, he said. The company is planning to soon deploy more robots in its office, even for works like watering the garden and carrying necessary items to different floors of the office building. The aim is to promote safety, hygiene, and physical distancing. Doors, fans, ACs are completely automated, and the robots are being further used to maintain physical distancing and hygiene, said Chowdhury. The humanoid robots use artificial intelligence and Internet of Things, or IoT, to do their jobs. They need not follow any predetermined route on the floor and can navigate their way on their own, said Chowdhury, detailing robots' various features. They can even take the lift and reach an employee on another floor, said Chowdhury, adding when they start running out of power, they head straight towards the charging point. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.